Hello, America's Printer customers. You know, this is a category that pretty much every professional business needs to have, and that is letterheads, envelopes, stationery, business forms. We see them all the time. We've got to write that nice letter to somebody important, a potential new customer, and you need to reach out and you need to get some nice stationery. And here at America's Printer, we have, I think we have a pretty good wide array of products. You know, first things I want to talk about is the typical. So, you know, we run on our big Heidelberg presses, we run number 10 envelopes, which is your standard, like roughly about 9x4, a little bit different in size, that can have a matching letter to it. In that stationery category as an example. So you can get an envelope that is with a window or without a window. It's all well spelled out on the website. So here's a number 10 envelope, and here's its matching stationery. The nice thing is that they print right next to each other on the press, so they'll be very well with matching color. So you can see that we can do letterhead and envelopes with number 10, with a window, without a window. You can see here's a couple of them with windows. Sometimes even just to share, we get customers that sometimes want to have that security inside, just like Howard CDM. They wanted to have, so if you ever needed that, just talk to your APC sales manager, and we could even add just as an added feature, and you can do that internal security check kind of stuff. So, you know, we've got a few of those just always to show. Once again, as I say, back in letterhead, you know, and the letterhead, because remember, what we do is we don't just print this on an envelope. This is a fully bled envelope. And when I mean fully bled, meaning we print it on the back, we print it on the front, but we really didn't do that. We printed, as you see, take a look at our templates on the website. It's a big flat piece of paper. We full color printed. It's on a, what they call 70-pound accent opaque, which is a really nice letterhead stock made by International Paper. Then we convert it, and that's why if you can do it in your design, you can actually make it the whole way around with that design. And then of course, because it prints right next to the letterhead on the press sheet, they can totally match in color. So there you go, right? And so you can see, like Harvest Church did a nice job where they actually printed on the flap on the back and it all tied in, so you got all that. And so, but then there's some companies that go to the next level. And when we say next level, they did, let's say in this example, a number 10 and a letterhead, but at the same time they did their matching A6 envelope. Because at America's Printer, not only in the stationery of the traditional 8.5, 11, and number 10s, but we also have what's called A2s. So that's an A2 envelope. A2 holds like a quarter page, kind of an inviter product. We also have, here's what they call an A6, a little bit bigger of the size envelope. This is called an A7, which is good for holding like a 5x7 bifold or a 5x7 card. Here's also where this is now a 6x9, so that could hold like a 5.5 by 8.5. And then we also have these in 9x12 and 10x13. You can see we can do this in a 1-color print, 2-color print, full color print. If you see it on the website, great, click and go. But if not, always talk to your APC sales manager. Another nice thing too is a lot of churches or people that are nonprofits, we also do the very cool what are called remit envelopes. This is a remit with an extended flap that perfs off. They could put their check inside. So we have a number of different kinds there. Here's also what they call a remit too, but this one just doesn't have the extended flap. But let me just share a couple other cool things. When you think about envelopes, these are all, I'm not going to say typical, but we'll say just very standardized kind of products. But like with the Art Institute, they wanted to take an envelope to the next level. So they did it to where they wanted their own custom die. They wanted their own where it's interiorly printed. It's on a nice 10-point cardstock. So whenever you really want to have, I want that nice presentation of something outside of the box, we do a lot of custom envelopes too. Here's a nice envelope that ran on a 100-pound gloss book, actually was soft touch and a spot UV. Can you imagine that? Here's one for a place called Dollar Loan that they wanted their envelope on a nice cardstock with a special kind of a, you know, full color where we printed it and die cut it. So, you know, I'm just here to share and let you know that in the business forms, letterhead and stationery, you know, we really have a wide expanse of products, and if we don't, we'll make you one custom for yourself. Until next time, thanks.